Today we're going to make the best chicken Alfredo that you've ever tasted with a few ingredients. I make it for my whole family all the time. So you start off with a few ingredients: your fettuccine, your oil, your cream. I use bacon grease for flavor, a garlic onion powder mix, and basil and oregano, and I pre-mix that. I also use a chicken stock, which is right there, a butter, and a Parmesan cheese. And I like to use a fresh Parmesan cheese, but you can use any kind of bag Parmesan. So go ahead and just cut it up if you're going to use a block. You can use any chicken that you want. Chicken breast strips is what I use, just a frozen, and I just thawed it out. I seasoned it generously with pepper and salt, and then I added the garlic powder and the onion powder mix to it. Have your water boiling, and I put some salt in that. Pour oil in the pan as you see, and then I add my chicken strips. Now I would go ahead and just cook those for probably 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they get pretty crispy or golden brown. It doesn't take long. Now I'll take the chicken out and let it rest, and then I just cut it up in bite-sized pieces. You can cut it however you want. I just like to do it the long way across the grain. It's easier to eat that way. Now I add my fettuccine noodles, kind of do a little spin thing, and actually you don't have to touch these much. You can just put them in the pot and let them go. Now I start off with my bacon grease for flavor, and I add my butter afterwards, because if you add the oiling first, it doesn't burn the butter. Now I add my garlic, and I cook this until it's just brown. And this I didn't have in the ingredients, but I add a little bit of flour for the roux, and this thickens the sauce up a little bit. Then I add my chicken stock and stir until it starts to thicken up, as you see. I add my seasoning, salt and pepper, my basil and oregano, my garlic powder and onion powder, and then I just throw my cream in. And after you stir that up, then you can just start adding your cheese. You want to constantly stir it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And once it's all melted in, I then add my noodles. And you can just add it straight to the pan, because I like to have the pasta water incorporate with the cheese. It gives it a little bit more of a thinner texture, and then reduces back down and gives it a great flavor from that pasta salt water. Then I just mix it in, and I like to have my pasta as like an al dente, which is not fully cooked, so that when you put it in the sauce, it finishes in the sauce and it soaks that goodness up inside. Okay, now I just add my chicken, and you can mix the chicken in or just add it to the top. Be sure and season it to taste afterwards. You might need to add a little salt or pepper, but that's pretty much it, guys. All right, enjoy.